In this video, I will show you how to batch protect files using command line. Safeguard PDF Security command line encryption allows the automation of actions that would otherwise have had to be carried out manually whilst protecting documents through the writer GUI. PDF files can be encrypted and DRM controls applied without the need for manual input or user intervention. Commands can be run from the DOS prompt or a batch file. This also provides quick and simple integration into your existing web-based applications and .NET code, where PDF encryption is required on the fly, without the need to use an API. It also simplifies integration with document management systems. Using command line, documents can be consistently protected with the same DRM controls just by dropping them into appropriate folders where a preset batch file is run. All the protection options available through the Safeguard Secure PDF Writer GUI can be accessed using the command line. Before we can write command files to automatically protect PDF files, we need the following information. We need to confirm the full path to the pdcwriter.exe. We need to identify or create a folder for the original .pdf files, and also identify or create a folder to hold the converted .pdc files. I open Windows Explorer. Here I have a folder structure I created earlier. Under the C drive, we have a folder called Command Test in this case, and a subfolder called Converted. Okay, the Command Test is the one that's going to hold the files. We've got 4 here, 4 .pdf documents I'm going to convert, and then we've got the Converted folder, which is where the converted .pdc files will appear after conversion. Please note the converted folder is currently empty. If I now open Notepad, here is a file I've created containing the basic information. The first line contains the full path to the pdcwriter.exe. The second line, Protect, is the source folder which will contain the PDF files that need converting. And Output is the destination folder which will hold the converted files. Okay, so we'll close that for now. We will now have a look at a completed batch file containing some of the many options that can be used when converting PDF files. So again, if I open Notepad, let me explain some of the options that have been used here. Again, we have the path to the pdcwriter.exe first. Protect, there's the folder with the source files in. This time we've got overwrite, which means it will overwrite any files found in the destination folder. And here we've got watermark commands. We've got watermark view, and the watermark text is going to be the property of Johnson Sykes plc. The watermark font is going to be Tahoma 16, and it's going to be in bold. The watermark text position is 10. That's the position that it'll appear on the page. Okay, this is across the page in this case. Check always means it will check PC is online at all times, connected to the internet. If you're not in the internet, you will not be able to view the file. ID in file name means it adds a unique number to the end of each file name. Copy clipboard means that you can use copy and paste should you wish to do so. And then the output is to the folder that we set up for the converted files. Okay, so we'll close that down for now. Now, using Windows Explorer, I will go to the location of the batch file, which is near my command test area, and this is the one we've just looked at. This time I'm going to run the batch file. Double click on it. The batch file is running. You can see a progress bar as it's converting the documents. At the end of the batch job, the writer will show the status window with a list of protected PDF files and their status succeeded with a green color or failed with a red color, and their document ID at the end. You have the option at this point to protect the web or protect to a USB should you wish to do so. Also, double clicking on any of the files We'll open the Safeguard Secure Viewer and display the document. So in this case, we can now see the watermark, property of Johnson Sykes PLC, which we saw in the coding when we looked through it. Okay, so as you're happy with that, close the viewer, close the protection status window, and just before we close Windows Explorer, if we go to the command test area and check on the converted folder, there are the 4 files we've just converted using the batch file. Okay, that folder was empty when we first looked. They're all in there now. Likewise, if you click on any of those files, the Windows Secure View will open again and load the document. So there we are. We've loaded it from the converted location. So once we finish viewing that, close the viewer, close Windows Explorer. As you saw during the file conversion process, there was a progress window and at the end, a status window. If you use the switch / no progress, that will prevent the progress bar showing during the encryption process. Likewise, if you use the / no stats option, that will prevent the protection status window showing at the end of the encryption. We will now look at a second batch file with some additional options added to it. So if I open Notepad again, here's the batch file. The first line of the file again points to the location of the pdcwriter.exe. Then protect points to the source folder where the PDF files are located, and then we start the options. First 2 are no progress and no stats. That means there'll be no progress bar this time when the files are protected, and no stats window at the end. Then we've got overwrite, which means anything in the destination folder at the time of conversion will be overwritten. Now we've got some additional commands. We've got print 100, means 100 prints can be taken of the document. Check 7 means it will check for online access every 7 days to confirm the file's validity. So here we've got no watermark on first page in the watermark view area. The watermark text position is 8, which is top and bottom center of the page. The watermark font is again Tahoma 18 in bold. Watermark text is restricted internal use only. We also in this case have a watermark for printing. So watermark print, again the watermark print text for that is the same, restricted internal use only. Again the watermark print position is 8. So top center, bottom center of the page. ID and file name, again, will add a unique number to each file name as it's converted. Copy clipboard means that screenshots can be taken of the document. And output is the destination folder, again, where the converted documents will finish up. Okay, so we close that down for now. We will now open Windows Explorer. Go to the batch files area. The converted folder, as you can see, is empty. I've cleared that out of the previous files. We go to the batch files now, and we'll run the batch file that we've just been looking at. Okay, double click on that. The batch file is running now. No progress bar showing, and there'll be no stats window showing at the end. It will just close once it's finished. There we are, it's closed. It's converted the files. Go to the converted folder. There are the 4 protected files with their unique ID numbers added to the end. Okay, we double click on one of those. Safeguard Secure Viewer will open and load the document. Here we have the document. As we said, there's no watermark on the first page in this case, but there is on the second and subsequent pages. So there we are. We said top center and bottom center. There it is. Restricted internal use only. Okay. Now that watermark will appear on every page, even if you go into sub-chapters and sub-paragraphs, the watermark will still be there on the pages. We also said on this one, we've got a print watermark. So if we go to print the document at any stage, the initialized print screen will come up. Okay. And here we've got the watermark on the pages. Okay. So if you were to scroll through the pages in that thumbnail, you can just see the watermark top and bottom of the pages. So as it's printed out, again, the watermark will be there. Okay, so we'll close that, cancel the print, and we'll close the viewer and close Windows Explorer. You can also confirm the other options that were added to the protected documents from within the admin system. So first open the admin system. So we go to Windows icon, scroll down to L, click on Lock Lizard, click on Administration System, enter your user details and log in. Now if we go to the Documents area, and we'll search for one of the documents. So I shall put in the document ID. So ID equals, in this case, 46487. There's the document. That brings up the document, one of the documents we just protected. Now if I click on the Details button, here under Document Controls, it tells you what restrictions were put on the document. Okay, so print, we enabled 100 prints. We saw that in the code. Log prints, no. Publisher's name, okay. Print was enabled, so yes, we could print. Clipboard apps allow, so we could take screenshots of the document. Views are unlimited. Macintosh use, yes. Watermark, so we've got a view watermark set and a print watermark set, which we saw when we opened the document. We've also got the date the document was protected, okay, and the writer version used to protect it. So all those additional details can be viewed from within the admin system. You can also check how many customers have got access to the document. So view customers with access, and everybody here has access to that document currently. So once you're happy with that, close that window, log out of the admin system, and close the browser. So, command line can significantly improve the automation of the system, devolve administrator responsibilities, and increase protection reliability for improved governance.